I want to point out our list to all of you over on YouTube. Today we talked about the immersion breaking things, really just trying to get a running list of immersion breaking stuff. I'd love for you to take a moment right now. I'd love for you to leave a comment down below. What sort of things break immersion for you? What sort of stuff breaks your immersion in your MMORPGs? So seeing Santa. So we're gonna say bad cosmetics, too close to the real world. NFTs, real world profit to be had. I like that. Proximity chat. You say proximity chat, phone call. Oh, phone calls. Real world distractions. We'll put real world distractions. The fire at 30 frames per second when the game is 60. Lighting. A lighting desync. We'll call that lighting desync. I definitely know what you're talking about. Having to window out, having to alt tab to figure something out. I actually have that on my list. I have that on my list. I have overly complex stuff with no real solution. Mounts not in line with the game theme. Mounts not in line with the game theme is going to be bad cosmetic. We'll actually make that bad visuals. Mounts, and then we'll put police cars because I saw somebody say that. So it's very noticeable in one of the videos you were showing. Yes, it is, but remember that's an alpha. Some things are 30 frames per second, some are 60, some are synced, some aren't. They'll get all that smoothed out. Which game we talking about? Doesn't matter. We're talking about immersion in general. What sort of stuff breaks your immersion? Game systems that conflict with the fundamental design. New world faction PvP with opt-in PvP. Yeah, I will say that bad game designs. Opt-in PvP in a faction-based game. Voice chat, such a cancer if you can't turn it off. So let's go back up to proximity chat. That can't be turned off. Pop-in really breaks... Pop-ups. Pop-ups. Let's not say pop-ups. Too many in-game alert notifications. So, let's see. Poor handling with botters. Lack of active GMing. Lack of bot removal. I definitely could see running into too many bots. Bad game optimization. I definitely could see that, but I don't think bad game optimization is gonna break your immersion. I think bad game optimization is gonna break your desire to play the game. Not being able to do things that by lore you should be able to do. Lore disconnects. These are all really good, guys. These are all really good. Load screens from zone to zone. No, I'm not gonna put load screens from zone to zone up here. And the reason why I'm not gonna do that is because loading screens in Final Fantasy are an unfortunate side effect of the way they design the game. I get that people don't like them, but if you didn't have those, you wouldn't have a game at all. Bad UI. I will definitely a bad UI. A bad UI or overly complex. I'll definitely take those two. Let's see. Pop-ins and bad distance terrain and object quality. Yeah, that I think is a good one. Poor terrain graphics. In-game advertising. Oh, absolutely. In-game adverts. Absolutely. Mechanics that circumvent social aspects. No. That doesn't break your immersion. That's another one of those things that it breaks your... Because you can't tell me that breaks your immersion. That breaks your desire to want to play the game. But a dungeon finder doesn't break your immersion. I'd actually argue the counter with that. A dungeon finder increases your immersion because it keeps you in the game longer, not waiting around. Because the moment you're waiting around for somebody, you're thinking about not playing the game. Poor behavior from other players. lack of active GMs, like poor behavior, griefers. So, yeah, we have pop-ups. Jahlon is, yeah, we have pop-ups. Game-breaking bugs or mechanics. Yeah, we'll put bugs. Certain bugs. Other bugs would be the same. Other bugs would be the same thing. Like, yeah, bots ruining your immersion. I have that up there. Lack of active GMs, lack of bot removal. Play your own bots. Disconnects. Yeah, server. I think disconnects is a good one because the disconnect does break your immersion because it breaks you out of the game. And proper scaling of the environment around you. Yep. Poor terrain graphics. We'll put scale up there. The not having to alt tab out is a good point. New World devs made themselves look stupid with that. Didn't want a mini map because it was immersion breaking, yet those maps were already there online. Yes, exactly. Server disconnects, rubber band. We're gonna just do rubber banding because, you know, it's hard to enjoy the game when you're constantly zipping back and forth. I do think what you said, what you said about not putting in a mini map, no mini map, forced alt tab, more info on alt tab, having to alt tab to do things like, oh yeah, having to alt tab. We're just gonna do alt tab for bugs, reports, in-game openings, but Discord overlays. I'm not gonna put Discord overlays on those because those are a matter of preference. I hate Discord overlays. I think Discord overlays are immersion breaking. I've yet to play a game where I can't turn Discord overlays off, because you can go into Discord and simply turn off overlays. I mean, looking away from the game is still more immersion breaking than looking within the game. A lot of people, a lot of people nowadays, you have it on your second monitor, assuming everyone does. Yeah, if you have to look at a second monitor, that's immersion breaking. No quick looting. No quick looting is an immersion breaking because you're talking a quality of life thing. Definitely, I'm not going to say that no quick looting isn't a thing you'd want in the game, but you can't. If you want to try to make that argument, make an argument for me that no quick looting is immersion breaking. In fact, I would say no quick loot. I mean, having to drag loot between two inventory. Again, that's not immersion breaking. That is you having to do it. So that's not immersion breaking. That's putting you further into the game. Obnoxious font, coloring, format, font family mismatch. I 100% know what you're talking about with that. Like, everywhere in the game they've used Times New Roman, except in a couple of places they use like Arial or Courier, and you're like, no. Getting stuck somewhere in the world, falling through the world, I'm not going to put those up there because those aren't immersion breaking. Those are bugs, and those just fall into certain bugs. There are certain bugs that break your immersion. Obviously, in an ideal world, there'd be no bugs. No quick looting depends on the game. In MMOs, it's fine. It's not meant to be a game to replicate bag search. I saw somebody inventory taking up the whole screen. Someone's gonna have to tell me how inventory taking up the whole screen is immersion breaking. Specifically to Ashes, I hope they allow us to disable their dumb looking sprint effect. Bad visuals. Yeah, for Ashes specifically, let's just put the whole sprint. Let's do mandatory graphics, because I will agree that the sprint, you got my other one, you hit music. The sprint thing didn't even line up with the speed of your character. Bad music, and then we'll do bad audio because that hits the other one. Those, my two for the day, were bad soundtrack and overly complex stuff I have to alt tab out. So They literally took that from Arcade. I get Steven loved the game, but no, that sprint is in a lot of games. Mana, using sprint and burning your mana, that's in several games. So audio for Ashes, considering our alpha videos, seems to be well done. True. Bad minimaps, yeah, no minimaps are bad minimaps, just no minimaps. We have minimaps up there. Oh, I see what you're saying. Bad direction on minimap. Yeah, definitely agree with you there. Bad combat, no, bad combat's not immersion breaking. I did see one other thing, and it's resource management, and we'll we can't. We're gonna we'll take out that, and we'll do, hopefully we can get one more character. Mana. That's immersion breaking when you have, I kill 3 mobs and now I have to stand there. I have to stand there for 5 minutes. When the actual map has no interaction, that's not immersion breaking. You're looking for a quality of life. Multi-boxing players, that's not immersion breaking. We're not going to do the multi-box discussion right now. Multi-boxing players are not immersion breaking. Cheaters are immersion breaking, and they're already, lack of bot removal falls into that. Realism in a fantasy game, to be specific. Autopathing, no, I don't think I don't think I can agree with you that autopathing is immersion breaking. The automation of movement might be immersion breaking because now you're doing this, but autopathing in and of itself is not immersion breaking. I think, oh, you know what? I am going to add that because there's autopathing. Because autopathing itself isn't immersion breaking, but autopathing leads you to alt tab. Autopathing leads you into alt tabbing because you have something to do. So this is a really good list. This is the list of things that definitely I could see these things. AFK tasks. Let's add that one in. AFK tasks, fishing. So that's a good one too, because if you can do stuff AFK, then like Faye and I played Elyon, and Elyon is horrible with the amount of time it takes you to process. You're literally, you just stack up all your ore so that you can go eat dinner and process all your ore. And then like, you're going to go for a walk or take a shower or a bath or whatever. Then you do your lumber. Like you do that twice a day. So that's a good one. That's immersion breaking. I don't want to sit there and stare at my character. I think crafting could go a long way with that. So really good. Really good immersion breaking stuff. Let's do this real quick before we drop into the rest of it. What I want to do right now is I want to point out our list to all of you over on YouTube. Today we talked about the immersion breaking things, really just trying to get a running list of immersion breaking stuff. I'd love for you to take a moment right now. I'd love for you to leave a comment down below. What sort of things break immersion for you?
I say, Sprocket, we've reached the end of another video. Time to thank the sponsors. Yes, that will do. Shall we pop off for a spot of tea?